Hello, this is Link525, and this is my build video for my DK Gogog Bloodthroatt. I am a Magicka DK slash tanky DPS, I suppose, and I was using originally 5 light, 2 heavy as most were, but with the recent changes I switched over to 5 heavy and 2 light. So for my armor sets, I do use 2-piece Malabeths, head and shoulders both heavy. I use a 4-piece Magnus with heavy here, and then I use 2-piece Adrointus as well as a 2-piece Cyrodiil's Light. And I do have a 2-piece Torx pad for my sword and shield, which is my main DPS bar, so I just have that for extra spell damage. And for the staff, I use the Master's Fire staff, which is good for the extra magicka. It is a little bit of a pain with the enchantment, you do have to charge it quite often, but it's still very effective. For the moves, for my staff bar, I use Force Pulse. I was also using Force Crush for a while for the interrupt, but the extra damage and a little bit of AoE from 2 enemies that you hit nearby, I found just to be more effective for me in my playstyle. I have Dragon Fire Scale, which is also still very effective even with the recent change for 4 projectiles. And then of course Flame Reach, which is good in general with the Master Fire Staff, as well as just a good knockdown in general, knocking people off buildings and anywhere up high. And now for the Dragon's Blood, I do use the other morph, Coagulating Blood. I know a lot of people do use Green Dragon's Blood for the stam regen, but I found the 8% healing is just a lot more effective for me, and just the stam regen was just wasn't enough, I figured. And then for that I have Fiery Pulsar, which is always very effective in PvP. Just the first hit takes off % of their health, and just a decent move, good for attack, good for tight quarters, flag defense. For my ultimate, I do use Shooting Star now. It's much more powerful. It's cheaper than Standard of Might, and you can do it from a range. I do switch Standard of Might in every now and then for maybe like keep defenses. You just drop it in the flag room and it covers a good portion of the ground. So it's very effective in that. For my shield bar, I use Flame Lash still, very effective, good healing. The Burning Talons. I know some people have switched to Choking Talons, but I still like the extra DPS, so I've kept with this. And Burning Embers. I was using Unstable Flame for quite a while, but with the stamina change, I had to switch over to Burning Embers, which is also still very good, and the healing isn't bad either. And then Dragon Fire Scale. I was using Sea of Flames for quite a bit, but I found it quite ineffective to have to keep switching bars to hit my scales when I'm up close. Like, people doing comments constantly at you, just a good idea to keep it on both bars. So at any moment you can switch it, especially with lag issues. Recently it's hard to switch bars quick enough to hit it. And then of course Invasion, which is very good for stun, knockdown, very effective. And then for my ultimate, I use Take Flight, which is probably the best move I've found in this game. It's very cheap, very powerful, long range, and then with that you can also jump up in the keeps and take out enemies and just cause havoc up there while your team sieges. It's very effective. Every now and then I do switch in Flawless Dawnbreaker, but I found Take Flight just more effective. I use that more often. And for my champion points, I just put everything I have into decreasing my block, as I am a Magicka build, but blocking is you still need that. And that's why I also switched to heavy armor. Just every bit that you can reduce it by will make it much more effective. And as well as just put everything into reduce magicka cost, as well as of course I switched out of light. You need to make up for the difference. And then for the blue tree, you just mainly add as much damage into elements as you can. And then as well as I split between the heavy attack, as with the new ultimate change, it's just much more effective to do as much damage while you're building ultimate. And let's see. Now for my attributes, I do a decent split. I do put 40 into health, and mainly into Magicka, but I did put a little bit into stamina, increase my blocking just somewhat. And yeah. But as you can see, my spell damage is a decent amount. Even with the flame staff, with the master staff, it reduces it quite a bit from a Torque's pack, but with the extra Magicka, the reducing damage isn't really noticeable. But that's mainly about it. And here's, hope you guys like this and find this build effective for you. And here's a bit of clips from me using this build.
Yeah!